Since 1992, Genesis House has been helping real people heal from addiction on their private recovery campus in beautiful Palm Beach County, Florida. Their family-owned program is accredited by the Joint Commission and offers detox and dual diagnosis treatment in a comfortable and confidential setting. At Genesis House, they focus on treating the underlying causes of addiction. Their comprehensive approach includes psychiatric care, individual and small group therapy, trauma healing techniques, and holistic care including yoga, massage, and animal-assisted therapy. After treatment, their clients enjoy the lifelong support of a nationwide network of Genesis House alumni. Call Genesis House today at 1-800-737-0933 to speak with someone who understands. Visit them on the web at www.genesishouse.net. It's time to start your journey to a long and successful recovery.
Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, presents the Friends in Recovery Saturday Shares, as they share their stories about the real issues of addiction, treatment, and recovery.
This is the AA Beginner's Book, Stories from Grapevine. This one's called A Walk Through the Day, Drunk and Sober. My gratitude should start as soon as I wake up. But I am a human being, so it takes a shower and coffee or two to ignite the sparks. I've never considered myself a slow learner, just a fast forgetter. But I'm grateful I can get up today and not lie in bed playing dead, worrying if it's safe to come out. So we're up and breakfasted. Another miracle, first meal of the day, going down and staying down. Then a kiss, not a scowl, from my wife before she leaves for work. Then minutes yet before I leave. Coffee, silence, and the reading for that particular day fill the void. Maybe the only bit of serenity I get all day, so it's well savored. I usually try to guess just how many mistakes I'm going to make that day. I always allow for at least 45. Now, which jacket to wear? Grateful I have more than one to choose from today. Didn't even have one when I went to my first meeting. Left them all in bars, which I elected to leave in a hurry. Daniel never went back into the lion's den to see whether he left his work cap, and neither did I. Then it's chin up and without thinking, straight out the front door. Not like the old days when it was collar up and sneak out the back door and over the fence, through the woods, down the embankment, along the railway, over the wall, up the street, and into the darkened, smoke-filled bar before someone sees you. What a way to spend a bright, sunny summer's day. Now to the car, which is legally parked right outside and starts first time. Never crossed my mind it wouldn't. In the old days, it would be parked up the nearest hill, facing Mecca with the jump leads in the glove compartment just in case. Always puzzled me that there I was, one alcoholic workaholic and still the last owner of every car I ever owned. If the truth be told, I never should have possessed a license anyway, and I'm grateful that I have one today. So we're off to work. Yes, legitimate work. Not full-time casual, but honest-to-goodness paid employment. There's a traffic jam on the bridge. I'm going to be late. No point getting worried or upset about it. There must be 150 cars in the same queue, so we all share 150th of the stress. It's not just something that always happens to me. It happens to everyone, so I'll shut up and be patient. My boss, my colleagues, and the office cat are not out to get me. It's only my head that's out to get me. No one ever got sacked for being unavoidably late. Into work, give and receive good mornings, then head down and get on with it at a steady pace. And no heart attacks when the door behind you opens. It's not the "we found you out" police coming to expose my murky deeds from last weekend. It's my mate to see if I need help with anything. Am I man enough to accept? Or will I say, everything is fine, I can manage, when really I'm out of my depth? Many hands make light work. The offer is gratefully accepted. The working day goes by as it does for everyone in the country. Some good, some not so, but this is where the program of AA is designed to be worked. You can't live in AA meetings. They can only prepare you for life the way it was always meant to be lived. You don't build a ship to leave it in the dry dock, so you have to attend meetings to equip yourself for whatever sunshine or storms life throws your way. If it's not all going my way, then it must be going the right way. Lunchtime is here, so I'm off to the canteen and sit where I please. I no longer sneak away into a corner and put a newspaper on the seat next to me so I don't have to talk to anyone. Some folks have even kept me a seat. The soup looks good, and my hands are steady enough to eat it without spraying it all over the table. Prep food instead of alcohol for lunch. No wonder my body took ages to heal. When you start replacing nutritious food with the poison of booze, you've got a real problem on your hands. Good food and healthy conversation. What a difference. If you want a healthy body, you have to be careful what you put in it. The requirements for a healthy mind are just the same. Be watchful of your intake. Back to work for the rest of a productive day. Then it's off home. Using the front door again, twice in one day, would have been impossible before. A pile of mail behind the door gets opened right away. No hiding some down my trousers and scrutinizing the rest before I decide not to open any. Previously, each piece of mail was treated like a letter bomb. Don't touch it and you won't get hurt. 2 drinks later it would be, what right has the government to send me such letters anyhow? Don't they know who I am? The mail all sorted. It's off to a meeting, taking the new kid on the block. He's coming along nicely. He can't see it, but everyone else can. In a way, recovery is like the illness. The person it affects most is always the last to notice, last to lift up his head and look the world in the eye. Any fool can lift his head up and look the world. Any fool can put up a hand and admit wrong. It takes real courage to forgive yourself and get on living with the life you were always meant to be living. Back home, a bit tired. The program promised me peace, not rest. My wife and I have a good chat about our respective days, our kids, and our plans. A day at a time applies to my emotional life. I still want to use my newfound freedom to the full, and this takes careful planning. Just the 2 of us in the home now, and it is a home, not just a place to crash between drinking bouts. Kids all grown up and out of the nest. They say in Alki's kids are like flowers that never open until the booze is removed from their lives. Only then do they turn into something beautiful. Then it's another shower into my own bed at the usual time, another miracle. Read the pages of a good book before putting out the light. The brain is now clear enough to read books with more than 2 characters in them. My bookmark has a step 10 inventory printed on it. A spot check to remind me I'm only human. Can't find anything that would keep me awake. Something must be working. Never even told a lie. Then again, even back when I only told one, it was the one I used all the time. It wasn't me. With the most sincere gratitude, I thank my God it's not like that today, and there is no need for it to be like that tomorrow if I stick with this simplest of programs. Gratitude is not a word in AA, it's action. And that's Oakley John from Cumbernauld, Scotland in June of 2003. So my name is John and I'm an addict, and I'm grateful that I don't have to be waking up like that. I'm grateful that I don't have to go into work blitzed out of my mind, don't have to use when I'm at work, because Lord knows the job I have, like many jobs, is trying at times. The boss is trying, but hey, John, welcome to life. This is where it's at. Then I fill the rest of my day, and I come home. I have stuff to do around the house. I'm glad that I have stuff to do around the house. It is how I earn my keep here. I come upstairs, and usually I'm hopping onto a meeting, this meeting in particular, because it's a good way to end my day, and it's a good way for me to get an inner peace that will round out my day. Hopefully I'll be the last owner ever of my car, and not because I put it into a telephone pole or somewhere else, but because I drove it to death, even though I might have taken care of it. And, you know, I got to say that the program of recovery has given me more than I can imagine. It's given me a relationship back with my son to a certain extent. He lives with his mother, so what she's saying to him is none of my business. I just have to deal with it after the fact. And I can deal with it. I think that's all I got for right now.
That concludes this episode of Friends in Recovery Saturday Shares.